Hello everyone, Brady here from the Brady Brown channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video is bit different. Last few videos have been montages. The next video will probably be a Vanguard video. Who knows how long that'll be posted after this one, or if that one will be posted before this one. But this is a different video. I haven't done one of these in quite a bit of time. I think the first video on this channel was a Brady's opinion video, and we're back at it with a new COD just released. We're here to give our opinion. This channel first started as a kind of opinionated channel. It's kind of turned political / gaming, so mix of my opinion politically and in the gaming, because I'm actively playing different types of games, mainly FPS. But today's video is a video on Call of Duty Vanguard. Like I said, this channel first started with my opinions, and I think the first video happened to be my opinions on Modern Warfare 2019. So, we are in 2021, and a new COD has just been released. This opinion video is going to mainly focus on the campaign, because it is kind of the multiplayer is always the main focus of any COD, but campaign's a pretty big one because it kind of operators, skins, etc. so forth lead into multiplayer. So I kind of wanted to do an opinion on the campaign first. Maybe a brief thing of what I've played in multiplayer so far. So today I was actually waiting for Sean to get home get off of work. I played through the whole Call of Duty Vanguard campaign. Did I play on the max difficulty? No. Did I play on the easiest? No, I played it in the middle. You'll probably see it on screen now, the last few missions, so spoiler warning. I did record the other, fucking 5 hours of the campaign, but my stepbrother unplugged my computer, so the recording got so you're just going to see the ending bit, the last hour and a half, 2 hours of the campaign. Let's just say, my overall opinion, is it a good campaign? Would I play it again? No. I'm typically the person that is one and done when it comes to campaigns. I don't play campaigns multiple times. The only one that I have, or the only two that I can remember that I have played the campaign multiple times, is out of my way played it multiple times. Battlefield 4 and GTA 5. GTA 5 just has the massive replayability when it comes to the campaign because you do multiple things, etc. so forth. Same with Battlefield 4. I mean, it has at least 2 outcomes. I do like Cold War's campaign in the sense there is that, the player chooses the way he wants the campaign to end. They did not continue with like that with Vanguard. Vanguard is a more story-based, no pun intended, to stay on the track kind of campaign. And by pun, I mean the whole campaign kicks off with being on a train. So basically a brief overview of the campaign. Spoiler warning again. You start out 1945 towards the end of World War II. This is a fake version, or not fake version, but a alternate story, alternate timeline, so to speak, of World War II. There is real battles, but this is just like a kind of made-up story based on historical fact. So you start out on a train heading towards a U-boat factory where some top secret thing is. And you're with 6 people ranging from all different backgrounds when it comes to regions across the world. Got a girl from Russia, a guy from the United States pilot, a African American, a guy from France, I believe. You got an Aussie in there, and a Irishman. So you got multiple different backgrounds, a group of 6 people that are, in the end they're Vanguard, or a Vanguard, or whatever. But a specialist group, each one has a special talent. That's why they were picked for this thing. You go through it. You end up getting captured. When being interviewed by Nazi interrogation, uh, each individual person's story plays out. You go back in time, and basically it's explained on why they're in this group. That literally happens for all 6 or all 5 characters. Um, all 6 technically. 2 of them, I believe, are the Irishman and the French. I think he's French, or he's from the UK, or from somewhere in, I think, like London or something. I can't remember, but I know that's wrong. I forgot where he's from, but he has a accent, obviously. But they come from the same regiment, an airborne, and that's where those 2 sort of explain, and the other 4 are explained in their own words, in their own editions, and it basically they collapse all together into this big main mission that they don't know why they're on. They end up learning. The Nazi guy that's interrogating them gets betrayed. He gets scared. He gets killed. He kills one of the people in the group. Happens to be the Irish guy. And then they hunt down the main guy. The main enemy. And they end up killing him. And they end up getting the thing that they ultimately went in there for in the first place. Overall, the story, I think it's good. I think they could have done better. I think it's decent, not great, not bad, or not terrible. It's decent. The AI and the gameplay itself, that's terrible. It's terrible. The missions seem repetitive. The core story with the cinematics or the videos in between, as you know from different Call of Duties, the cinematics in between the missions are good. The timeline is good. The gameplay is terrible. The missions repetitive. It's like, do this task, shoot up a flare, so we could send bombers, or so we can send reinforcements, and then you won. And sometimes, in that mission, either in the middle or in the end, you end up losing someone close to you. Literally it. There's a lot of loss of life in this, which there was in World War II. Don't get me wrong, but in this, a lot of characters die. The gameplay is just repetitive. AI is terrible. Not only the enemy AI, but the fucking friendly AI. They don't help you at all, like at all. You can't even get their gun. Like if you have a crap gun, like if you're stuck with a pistol, because there are some missions where, hey, you can have a pistol, but the AI that doesn't do anything can have this machine gun. You're stuck with a pistol. So, and the ammo is limited. They went to like a quote unquote realistic thing. You have to either search enemies' bodies or pick it up from little crate randomly placed around. So the gameplay is terrible. On a scale of 1 to 10 overall, I'd give it a 5.7. It's just in the middle. The story, the timeline carries it. The Russian woman, the badass Russian woman, carries it. I like the United States guy. I like the Arthur, the African American guy. He as the narrator, perfect. The narration is perfect, but just the gameplay just ruins it for me. The AI is so bad. Towards the end, Arthur was missing animations. Things that you'd expect to be perfected or top-notch from a multi-billion-dollar publisher, and multi-million-dollar company, AAA company. You would think would be, things you wouldn't see. there are there. AI is just bad. Enemies just run at you and punch you. You randomly bayoneted, one-shotted from around the corner. Some missions are buggy where the enemy can shoot you. You can do the mission like it says, but you'll still die because the AI still see you. Explosion spams, just like in multiplayer, explosion spamming is fucking insane. After playing this game, you feel like you were in war, and you probably will get PTSD because of how many explosions happen. But I just can't. Nothing. I mean, 5.7. I think that's all I can give. And the story is what carries it. The story itself. If this was a show or even maybe a book I might read, or a show I'd watch probably, but for gameplay, I wouldn't play it again at all. I wouldn't try to beat it on a veteran. I just don't like it much. But the story's good. The gameplay is just not. I'm usually the one that looks for the gameplay, although the story, having a good story helps with gameplay. Having bad gameplay just doesn't help with the product. Having bad gameplay doesn't make it fun to play. But that's my opinion on the campaign. Multiplayer, it's good. It's just like any other COD. They kept Warzone's movement style. Or actually, they went back to Warzone's movement style. When people say and joke around that it's kind of like a Modern Warfare DLC, I mean, I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't fully agree, but I wouldn't disagree. Kind of like how it was with Battlefield 4 to Hardline. This is kind of like Modern Warfare because they're trying to continue to add stuff proactively to Warzone to keep that alive. But I think it's just a bad idea, bad decision making for Activision. But Activision's known for terrible decision making. So, but I think it's just a bad idea. Sledgehammer kind of gave it a go. It's just a money hit or money grab, not really good for gameplay. I thought they were going to release ranked on launch. They didn't. Gun balance is actually kind of decent. It seems like there is, guns that are proactively better than others, but it seems like I can use a gun that people aren't using and win gunfights. So that's good for a gameplay standpoint. I'm kind of disappointed. Some of the map spawns are terrible. You spawn right in front of the enemy. The spawns aren't great at all. They didn't fix them from the beta, which is kind of sad to see. And then they didn't fix the best play kill cam or the best play into the game cam. The FFV is fucked. The time is messed up. It's just all messed up. It's really buggy.
The nations will make sure I'm well taken care of.
Maybe they should have extended the beta even more and then pushed back the game's launch. I feel like because there is quite a bit of bugs, like campaign and multiplayer. I haven't played zombies yet, but it's not polished. That's for sure. I don't think. Overall, though, the gameplay is good. I do like the multiplayer. I will proactively play the multiplayer, especially before Battlefield's launch. Battlefield launches in 6 days for me, for November 12th, because I pre-ordered it. So that is in 6 days. We'll play that, but I will play this game a decent amount. I was gonna switch to controller, but I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling controller at all. Keyboard mouse is the way to go. If you're on controller, you can win gunfights against keyboard mouse. If you're on keyboard mouse, you can win gunfights against controller. It's just moves better. Does aim assist proactively shown? Yes, but is that an excuse to constantly lose gunfights? Not necessarily, no. Because if your movement's good, you can easily outdo the aim assist. Do I think more competitiveness when it comes to outside, like game battles and stuff, should be allow more open to PC players keyboard mouse? Yeah, I do, because I don't like having to switch the controller, being dog shit on a controller because I just am not used to that input, and I'm having to be dog shit and proactively trash the team's thing because I'm on a native controller, or not a native thing, but I do want to play those third-party competitiveness because I want to feel that competitiveness that you don't get in pubs, but at the same time they don't want mouse and keyboard because they think it's so much better than controller, which is not. It's delusional. So it sucks. I wish more the COD community would accept mouse and keyboard, but I guess only time will tell. I think it just all depends on the COD League accepting all inputs, but we'll have to wait and see either this next COD feature to accept mouse and keyboard. But yeah, it's a decent game. Overall, the multiplayer, I mean, I would give it a 7.5. I mean, it's not polished. I wish there was a map selection screen, or like a map selection. You can select what game modes you want to play, but can I select the maps I want to play? Because some of the maps are just truly terrible. They are genuinely terrible. Either that or bring back map voting, because some of the maps just aren't good for these game modes. The 12v12, 10 for 10 just aren't good for them. I don't want to play on them. The spawns are terrible, but I have to because it actually makes me into that. So overall, what I think I said, 7.2, I think 7.2 for the multiplayer, 5.7 for the campaign. And that's my opinion on Vanguard. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see my opinion on the zombies, I'll wait and see. Don't usually play the zombies unless friends want to play. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. My amazing game, me and Chargers, or Sean's amazing multiplayer game will be out either before this or after this. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to hit that like button if you're new here and you want to know when future content's out. Subscribe and hit that bell. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy.